Ladies and gentlemen, I may be a villain, but I'm not an asshole. I don't hate everything. So after a movie that let us down and a video game that turned out disappointing, obviously, we need to lighten things up a bit.
So it was a wise choice just to make this a two-parter and then push the other one right away. The result is Halloween 4.
Yes, after the horrible turnaround with Halloween 3, John and Deborah had no clue what to do with the franchise anymore, as their attempts to Night Gallery the series didn't pan out at all. I mostly blame the script, honestly, but also John was very busy at the time, directing almost a movie a year since Halloween. By the time number 3 rolled around, he had done Someone's Watching Me, Elvis, The Fog, Escape from New York, and then on the same year as Halloween 3, he was working on The Thing.
Holy crap! Wait, he did an Elvis movie? Who would have thought?
Yes, it was to wrap up a contract he had with Disney at the time. He would also meet Kurt Russell there, who was also an actor who started off big with Disney. Although soon after this movie, they became quick friends, and Kurt Russell would become a huge action star after John Carpenter put him into the starring role in a couple of action movies.
Wow, there's a lot of tie-ins in this movie, isn't there? No wonder Halloween 3 came out to be.
Oh, at the point of number 3 coming around, John and Deborah were so detached from the franchise, they really weren't pulling quality control anymore on the series, which is why number 3 slipped through so easily. Also, that means that they were more than willing to sell their rights to it as producers to the other producer, Mustafa Akkad. Mustafa would keep an eye on things as best he could for the rest of the series until his untimely end in 2005.
So, how good of an eye did Akkad keep on things?
Well, he was most hands-on with number 4 and number 5, so I think we're about to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, with Halloween 4. Starts off an ambulance visiting the Hanfield Sanitarium. We find out that they have come to move Michael Myers to a more permanent residence by order of the state. Dr. Loomis isn't there due to not paying attention to his memos that he is regularly given, and that the head of the sanitarium knowing this fact for quite some time, apparently. As they finally leave, one of them gets attacked by Michael, his head getting smashed against the ambulance wall before also sticking his thumb through the guy's forehead. The others are presumably killed pretty soon thereafter as we fade away through a scream.
Meanwhile, Jamie, the daughter of Laurie Strode, is having visions and nightmares again. It's been nearly a year since her mother had left her behind, and Jamie continues to have these visions despite the help of her new family. It's not helped by the fact that she's trying to pick out a costume the next day and having another close call with Uncle Mike.
However, it's still thought to be only Jamie having visions as she is taken home and allowed to go trick-or-treating that night. Meanwhile, Loomis has finally been updated and quickly goes on the beat back to Haddonfield. As news quickly spreads of the missing ambulance turning up with all the members dead, he confronts Mike at a gas station, but in the end loses his car while Michael drives off in a truck. Further down the road, Loomis is finally picked up by the preacher and brought the rest of the way into Haddonfield to look for the sheriff.
Back into the main town of Haddonfield, Rachel, Jamie's adopted older sister, encounters her boyfriend cheating on her with the sheriff's daughter, who, in natural skank form, doesn't care that her boyfriend is already taken. But later on in the movie, the boyfriend tries to show that he isn't a total douche, but for some odd reason, he's wearing a red shirt.
After being separated for a short while, Rachel and Jamie find each other just in time to bump into Loomis and the sheriff, thereafter scaring a few punks that are trying to pass themselves off as Michael. Everyone together, they finally head out to the sheriff's home and plan to hold up until help arrives. And we're going to cut it there. Obviously, again, I don't like to give away too many spoilers, and this is more or less already the halfway point of this film. Needless to say, as you can tell by the script so far, the people aren't exactly doing really stupid things, they just occasionally don't understand or don't think about it. But the holding up at the sheriff's house, they are actually planning to lock all the doors and windows and board the attic up and keep themselves locked away and possibly safe from Michael until further news. Mostly of reinforcements because the sheriff's department has been ripped apart and rednecks are on the loose trying to hunt down Michael.
While there are a few small flaws, like Michael taking an hour and 9 minutes before he gets his classic knife back, and even still kills most of the people with his hands, there are still some interesting deaths throughout the movie.
The makeup, the sets, the props, they all look fantastic. And while we've also been talking a little bit about how the heroes have been stepping up their game, Michael has been stepping up his game too. Setting up a far larger plan of attack for the town of Haddonfield, not only taking out the phones as he has been known to do before, even back as far as Halloween 1 when he cut off the line for Jamie Lee Curtis's character, but also changing transportation methods on a whim, and also cutting off the town's power by killing a man and tossing him into the mechanics of the substation for the town.
So, overall, not a perfect movie, but a huge step forward compared to the previous films. Not only in getting things back on track, but also the quality that we get from this franchise.
Yes, this also means that we would also get a further push for decent quality in this franchise, at least for one more movie. But that is for another Halloween, everyone. So, good night, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, Critical Kid...
Yes, Malice.
Don't you dare for a moment think that I forgot what you did to me earlier this week. I'm gonna have to plan something special for you. Ta-ta for now.
Oh, hey!
Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Maybe nobody knows how to stop him.